Hey guys, so I'm back with another video. I've had a few friends say about my eyebrows and they wanted me to do a little bit of a tutorial. So I'm not perfect with them, but I'm gonna show you guys two different things that I do sometimes. So one thing I do usually when I'm doing a full face is I'll use my Anastasia Dipbrow, and I use my angled brush. I get this either at Sephora, I think Ulta sells it, or the Navy Exchange. And something else I've started using when I just want to have my brows done, and I usually put on like some mascara and a little bit of eyeliner, but I usually don't put anything else on my face. I've been using a pencil. Specifically right now, I'm using Morphe's pencil, their micro brow pencil. I love it. It's only $5 at Morphe. Totally worth it. So I'm going to show you how I do each one. So first I'm going to start with the pencil, the Morphe pencil. So you always brush your brows. I put my contacts in today so I can see you guys. Well, I can see in the camera. So I can show you guys. I always brush my eyebrows up. And first thing I do is I warm it up just a little bit on my hands. Don't press too hard because they are very delicate and you really don't need it very far out. You can kind of see. Okay, so I'm going to just start with some strokes, but I'm doing like the outline of my brow right now. So like this is very, very, very natural, like almost can't even see it, okay? That's why I like to do this when I don't do a full face of makeup, because I feel like my brows don't look as crazy. So I'm literally, you can kind of see the line. So this is my natural brow line. Picking out my color, I gone in there and been like, hey, can you match me? Because I would think that I would need one color and then my brows aren't as dark. So this method I feel like is super simple. I feel like there is less chance of an error or a mistake. Okay, so I finished the outline. And I am going to just brush them again. And then I'm gonna go in and just do a few little strokes actually in my brow, making it look fuller. I have thin eyebrow hairs. So I just like to try and thicken them up, or make it look thicker. I can't really thicken them up. Okay, brush them again, and then there it is. So you can kind of see the difference. Let me brush this one. So you can kind of see the difference. This one looks very uniformed compared to this one, but it's a very light look. Something when you're doing your eyebrows, you don't want to make your middle area super heavy. Like I only actually put the lines right here, and then I just let my natural brow, because then otherwise they start looking like box, and you don't want that. And if for some reason, like when I'm doing this, there are times that I accidentally make it too dark right here, and you just brush it out. Brush it out. Ignore this zit in the middle of my forehead. I fell asleep with my makeup on the other day. Bad idea. All right, so now that was the Morphe pencil. Now I'm gonna come to my Dipbrow. It's my angled brush. You don't have to have a fancy angled brush. This one came in a set that I had, but I know they sell them at most of your drugstores and everything, and any angled brush really will do. Same with your eyebrow brush. So I had already brushed them. I'm gonna dip in here. You don't wanna start with too much. If you accidentally get too much, use this. You see all my marks? Because you can always add more later, and this is a lot heavier product than this here. So same thing, I'm gonna start with my outline. I'm not going to start on the very edge of my brow because I don't want it to be too dark, right? So we're gonna start right here. And I'm literally right on the outside line of my eyebrow. Now that I have gotten most of the product off by lining my brow, I'm going to come back right in here towards the front of my brow. So now you can see it's very fair. Like, you almost can't see it, but it keeps my eyebrows from looking like a block, right? Go back for a little bit more product. Yes, I promise you guys, I will probably make at least a little bit of a mistake, and that's when I go back in with my concealer. The shape won't be right or something. And usually I cannot get my eyebrows to be exactly the same when I put product on, so that's when I take my concealer, which I'll show you guys what I do. So I finished lining the top. Now I'm going to go into the bottom. When I do the bottom, because of the way my eyebrow curves with my lid, I usually do a little bit more of a brush stroke. It just keeps me from going off. So I'm kind of brushing in the direction of my brow. Okay, so here's the outline. You guys can see we have the dark line up here, dark line down here, and you can already see the difference of how much darker this is than this brow here. So now I'm going to take quick brush strokes and fill in my brow until I'm satisfied. And it's literally just little brush strokes. Like, I promise you guys, it's not as complicated as it probably looks. The end of my eyebrow here, I always make a little bit darker than what's in here. Kind of gives it like an ombre look. And the difference between this product and this is in between doing it, you want to brush it. One, to make sure everything's not clumped in one place. Two, it's a lot easier to miss areas with this than it is with the pencil. Okay, going back in, going down towards the end of my brow, making it darker. So many different eyebrow products that you can use, and it's all basically the same thing. What you're going to be doing, it's basically how you like the look. They also have a product like this. So this is just clear, but they have ones that are tinted, and you just brush over your brow and adds a tint to it to make it darker. So anyways, my little sister, she bought me the little powder, and she actually taught me how to do my eyebrows sitting in my living room. So shout out to her, because otherwise who knows where I would be with my brows right now. So this is that right now. Here we go. I like that. I'm gonna brush it again. And I can still see areas in my brow where it's kind of missing product. You can kind of see. So we're gonna go back here. So you can kind of see this ombre effect right here, and then it gets a lot darker, which is how I like to have it. The inner part of my brow is like, because that's not natural. Like, usually the inner part of your brow is a lighter area. So and we can see even this one, it's a little bit lighter. It's just not as big of a contrast because I use the pencil. So then once again, I'm going to come in with my brush, just make sure everything looks good. I love it. My brow gel again. So this is what I showed you earlier. It is clear. Nothing's on there except like a clear, it's almost like clear mascara. This is NYX Control Freak. I really like it. It's an eyebrow gel. I feel like it doesn't make my eyebrows too crispy, but crunchy, too hard, but it keeps them in place so I don't have wild eyebrows before the day is over. So you just and boom, that's it. That's all there is to it. You can see the difference between the brow pomade by Anastasia Beverly and the brow pencil by Morphe. I hope this helped you guys out. I'll show you guys outside in better lighting as soon as I make this eyebrow match this eyebrow. All right, so I know that I told you guys we would be outside, but I forgot one thing. So you see my eyebrows match now. I'm gonna show you guys how to clean them up if you were to make a mistake. This is just my Morphe concealer. You can use any concealer. So this is my concealer brush. It's an e.l.f. brush. It's actual concealer brush. It looks like a mini paintbrush. So I just take it off right of the applicator. And I go into the middle of my brows, which if you made any type of mess in the middle or went too far, you can clean it up there. My concealer is not too light, this one, so it's not too bad when I do it around my brows, and I don't put on anything else, like you can barely tell. Then I go around my eyebrow right at where I filled them in, so it looks super crisp. But if you were to have made a mistake, you made one too thick, this would be the time that you could go and fix that, which I've done plenty of times. You can see, kind of. I know you can see it up here. And we're gonna go through and blend that out. Same thing as like when you're doing your brows. With this, you don't need a lot. You can always add more. So as you guys can see, I have it over both eyebrows. I have a little bit right under and then some in the middle. I like to spray my beauty blenders with this right here. I'm almost out. My beautiful beauty blender. I like these ones. I like the shape of them. I feel like I can handle it better, but any beauty blender you choose is fine. I sprayed it, and then I'm going to pat. And I'm dabbing right underneath my eye. Okay. Same thing on the other side. One of the reasons I like these beauty blenders is because this thin side, I feel like I can really get in there and still see what I'm doing. Go under this eye here, something. There we go. Now I'll see you guys outside. All right, so here's my finished brow. I added a little eyeliner on. As you can see, it's nice and crispy. Make sure you guys subscribe and like. My next video, I'll be talking about contouring and concealing. Thanks for watching.